What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here. Brighton 0, Tottenham 1 at the Amex Stadium in a very, very hard-fought victory for Tottenham Hotspur. We finally went with the 3-5-2 formation from the off, with Bissouma coming in and Richarlison dropping to the bench. Matt Doherty as well starting the game at right wing back, and Sessegnon starting the game at left wing back. Both of them having really strong games today, and I think that we came out of the blocks really fast today, and I think for the first 20-25 minutes you really saw what that 3-5-2 can bring to us. We were strong in midfield, we were aggressive, we were winning the ball back high up the pitch, we were dominating the midfield. We got that goal. We could have had a few more goals if Doherty played his cards right early on, but then Brighton really came back into it, didn't they, in the last moments of the first half, and then they started the second half like they did in the first half, and they were peppering us, but we held really strong in that second half. And Ryan Sessegnon, the defensive work that he had to go through in that second half was absolutely sensational. Højbjerg and Bentancur I thought were brilliant today as well, and Matt Doherty as well. I thought he put in a really strong game. But what did you make out of it today?
Yeah, look, we started with a 3-5-2. We went back to 3-4-3 towards the end of the second half, but look, it was a typical kind of Conte performance. 41% possession, 8 shots, 3 on target, and only 2 corners. We have a lot of fouls away, but I think that was more down to the ref than anything else. The defence held firm. Dyer, Romero was throwing himself about. Ben Davies, like we said at half time, he was just Mr. Consistent. But the wing-backs, Doherty and Sessegnon, I think that's the first time that both wing-backs have had a really good game.
I know, absolutely. And not especially, because I thought both of them. Doherty, as much as everyone's been saying about Doherty, and even Conte was mentioning it last week, how he's not too ready just yet, but I thought he came in and really put in a shift. And when you're comparing that performance to maybe the performances that Emerson puts in, Emerson just doesn't get into those positions. Yeah, he gets out wide and crosses the ball in and it doesn't go to no one, but Doherty was actually getting in really threatening positions in behind, where we could really hurt Brighton. Yeah, it didn't quite happen for him at the end of the day, but I think if he has a long run of games, I think that will come, because you're going to be rusty after being out for so long. Since March he hasn't started a game for, so I'm really happy with that Doherty performance. Sessegnon, on the other hand, really good defensive display. He was getting up a pitch as well. Could have done a bit better in some attacking positions and did get done maybe once or twice defensively, but I thought all in all he was sensational today.
Yeah, 100%. That he drove across the. Before we were asking for Sess to do this, right? We've been asking him to take the ball on and drive, and he 2 or 3 times he drove the ball over the halfway line. Took players on, but he was smart today as well. He didn't overcommit himself. He was there to put the tackles in, and Sky gave him man of the match.
Strong, didn't he?
He was strong, yeah. And that's what we've been missing from Sess. We've been missing that strength from him. We've been, we were thinking Perisic has come in. Is he going to learn anything from it? Maybe now's the time that he is learning from it.
Looks better defensively than Perisic at the moment, doesn't he?
100%. And he's younger. He can get up and down the pitch a lot easier, and obviously, like, we've had 2-3 games a week. It's you can't expect a 33-year-old to be stepping in and playing 3 games a week and going up and down that wing.
In terms of the midfield today, I thought in the 3-5-2 at the start of the game, the first 25 minutes, the midfield looked imperious. I mean, nothing was getting past them, passing it around really well. Højbjerg was playing those lovely dinks over the top, where we should have done better on a few occasions, really. And Bentancur as well was driving up the pitch, winning the ball back in high areas, and really contributing really well to the team. And this partnership, I know Bissouma was in there today, but this partnership of Højbjerg and Bentancur is growing now, week on week on week. It's growing, and I'm loving the look of both of them, really.
But they were sensational today. Like you said, especially that first 25 minutes was really, really good. They were pressing. They were allowed to press because they had Bissouma there as kind of backup. Obviously, things went a little bit awry after the yellow card to Bissouma, which rightly so. It was a yellow card, but look, it was exciting, and it allowed us to have that freedom. They're playing in their natural positions, like we said at the start, with the national teams, and it was exciting. It was really, really pleasing to watch.
But once kind of Brighton did work us out in that 3-5-2, they did pepper us. They were giving us a lot of pressure. But to be fair to Spurs, we didn't let them have too many clear-cut chances today, if any. And I thought the defensive shape was holding strong. Halfway through the second half, or maybe a bit after halfway, we moved back to the 3-4-3. And then Spurs was sitting back and even then started to create a few more chances again, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. It was great that we could, we changed the formation mid-game or towards the end of the end of the second half. Look, it wasn't pretty by any stretch of the imagination, right? It wasn't pretty, but hey, it was a very Conte-like Tottenham victory. It was, we're back up to third, and we're only a point behind Arsenal. So look, all those Spurs fans that were losing their minds after last week and seeing when we are, look, we're in third position. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but we're certainly not playing anywhere near the football that Arsenal are playing, and we're only 1 point behind them. We could still, it could be back to 4 tomorrow, but it could be 1, could be 2. You never know. But that was, it was what we needed after the week that we've had. It was the result for Ventroni and his family. It was another goal for Harry Kane after we were saying he wasn't really performing. But look, Son and Kane back together with a goal and an assist, 43 goal contributions now.
By the way, I thought Kane was better today. You saw his little dinks in behind, obviously got the goal. He did have one effort where he should have put it in the back of the net where it screwed wide, but I thought all in all Kane was all right today.
And there was that tackle right at the end.
Let's hope he's not injured.
Yeah, let's hope he's not injured. Where McAllister absolutely nailed the back of his Achilles. So look, get some ice on it hopefully, and he should be okay. But yeah, it was pleasing to see that we went to change something. We've gone into a game away from home, which we all thought was going to be a tricky game. I think I was predicting we were going to lose earlier on in the week.
That's not like you, Barry. That's not like you.
I know. I was thinking if I predict that we're going to lose, then
we'll probably win.
Happen. So yeah. So normally when I predict something, it doesn't.
So
happen,
it's your fault we won today. Everyone, big up Barry today. It's because of him we won.
No, it's not.
Who was your man in the match today?
It's a toss-up between Cess and Doherty. I think. I know you said Højbjerg was really good in midfield, but I think just from that, just from Cess and what he did in terms of those driving runs, the strength and his defensive awareness, I think for me, yes, Cess 100%. I agree with the man of the match that he was given. But both of them were, I would say they weren't world class, or some people are going to come on maybe and say, oh, they were world class or they were amazing. They weren't amazing, but they were better than what they have been. And to, from what we've seen from Conte and his press conferences about Doherty, it's not in the team because we wants to win games, to then coming in and make it, Matt Doherty put a big statement there today, I think, to Conte, and that's what he wants. I don't think he's saying it to belittle them or kind of be like Mourinho and calling them out. He wants to see a reaction. And I think, Cess showed a reaction, Doherty showed a reaction today, and Basuma for the first, 20, 25 minutes definitely helped us in the way that we came out and got that goal.
Yeah, the only thing I'm quite disappointed about today was Richarlison when he came on. Really two awful places to lose possession on the edge of our box, and on another day, we're talking about probably a 1-1 or a 2-1 loss today. You can't be doing that when you're coming on, when the game's on a knife edge like that. Just get the ball away, you know what I mean? Just get the ball away. And Conte will be very frustrated at what he saw there from Richarlison. It was a bit of a shame.
Yeah, I know, and I think we all want to play this nice football, play it out from the back, but sometimes you have to put it into Rosette, right? And I think there's time and place and game awareness where we need to just say, okay, we don't want to really invite the pressure back onto us, but you can't play balls like play with tippy tappy balls in around that box, and you just need to get rid of it and get rid of the danger. And okay, Brighton, against better teams, just giving them the ball back may hurt us, but I don't see it against no disrespect to Brighton, they weren't really coming at us, creating until Mitoma came on, who I think had he had a really good game.
Good cameo, yeah.
Good little cameo, and obviously Lallana. There was a couple of in the box. I think we just need to sometimes think, get rid. Just get rid. It doesn't matter where it goes. Just get rid. And I think that was what was, I think, pleasing at the end with Højbjerg when he took it into the corner. Perisic, I think, was urging him to try and take a shot on, but Højbjerg was like, no, mate, I'm going into that corner and we're not coming out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. With your man of the match, Session, I'm going to go Højbjerg today. I thought Højbjerg was absolutely imperious in that middle of the park. Defensive work, going forward, those balls over the top I was talking about before, the energy levels. I think he made about 4 interceptions today. He was just a man on a mission today, Højbjerg, so I can't look past Højbjerg for man of the match. In terms of the league table, you say we're in third now, but gone 6 points now ahead of Brighton, which is great news, obviously. We're now 4 points away from Chelsea, who are in fourth, but they do have a game in hand on us. We're only a point behind Arsenal and 3 points behind Man City. So we'll see what happens tomorrow in that game. But that is our instant match reaction. Tottenham win 1-0 at the Amex. Big up for Barry for coming on today. We'll see you all on the post-match fan show. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.